Have you ever wondered what $1 million scam looks like? Picture this. Trayon Morgan, the mastermind, the puppeteer pulling the strings, an architect of deception and manipulation. Morgan was the one who breathed life into this scam. His weapon of choice? The unassuming world of digital accounts. Trayon Morgan didn't just create one or two fake accounts, but a multitude of them. Each of these accounts, like soldiers in an army, played their part in the grand scheme. He meticulously crafted these accounts, each one a mask hiding the true face of the perpetrator. And what about the Uber drivers, those unsuspecting pawns in this elaborate game? Morgan didn't just stop at creating accounts. He stooped to stealing and altering the identities of these drivers. Their names, their livelihoods, twisted and reshaped to fit into his plan to perpetrate his fraud. But remember, even in the world of deception, nothing is foolproof. But even the most well-planned scams have a weak point. Every mastermind needs a partner in crime. Let's talk about Roy Blackwood, the crucial accomplice in this $1 million scam. Blackwood wasn't just a passive passenger in this ride of deceit. He played a central role in the execution of the plan. His duties? He was the driver, the man at the wheel, transporting Morgan to various Walgreens stores across Broward. Think of him as the logistical linchpin. Blackwood's car was their mobile command center, the vehicle that shuttled them from one heist to the next. Each store was a new opportunity, a fresh scene for their fraudulent activities. And Blackwood was there, steering them through it all. Imagine the scene. Blackwood, calm and collected, pulling up to a new Walgreens. Morgan, armed with his fake accounts and stolen identities, ready to strike. Together they repeated this dance of deception at not one, not two, but 27 different Walgreens locations. Their partnership was a well-oiled machine, each man playing his part to perfection. Together they seemed unstoppable. The perfect crime is all about execution. Let's delve into the mechanics of this intricate scam. Trayon Morgan and Roy Blackwood devised an audacious scheme. They would place grocery orders through Uber Eats using fake accounts, only to cancel them later. But here's the catch. They didn't stop at cancellation. They went on to purchase gift cards with preloaded Uber credit cards, effectively transforming Uber's money into their own. Their operation was far from small scale. It spanned across 27 different Walgreens locations. Imagine the audacity. They were essentially turning Uber's own system against itself, one location at a time. Each scam run would cost Uber over $5,000. That's right, over $5,000 lost at each location, multiplying their illicit earnings exponentially. Their method was sly, their execution flawless, and their gains substantial. They had found a loophole and were exploiting it to the tune of $1 million. But as we all know, all good things must come to an end. The law always catches up, and it did for Trayon Morgan and Roy Blackwood. After a meticulous 8-month investigation, the Broward Sheriff's Office was able to piece together the puzzle. Detectives observed the pair committing fraud at 27 different Walgreens locations, each act chipping away at Uber's revenue, a loss totaling over $5,000. Their actions didn't go unnoticed. The authorities were hot on their trail, gathering evidence, connecting the dots, and finally, making their move. Arrests were made, and the charges were serious: grand theft and an organized scheme to defraud. These were no minor offenses. They were looking at hefty fines, restitution, and potentially a long stint behind bars. These two individuals thought they could outsmart the system, but they were sorely mistaken. The law is not a game. It's a serious business, and those who try to cheat it often find themselves facing dire consequences. So, let this be a cautionary tale for all. The quick and easy path often leads to a dead end. And in the end, remember, crime doesn't pay.